Mario's a super Capricorn brother. A lot of people might say he's a Leo, but I would argue Leos seek out the spotlight, where Mario tends to have it thrust upon him. He's a practical, salt-of-the-earth man and a natural leader.
Donkey Kong!
DK's pretty laid back for the most part. It's only when you disrupt his routine that you wake the beast, so I think this dude's a Taurus.
Link!
Dead Ringer Aries. Link wears his heart on his sleeve, what you see is exactly what you get. He's a loyal friend and a fearsome enemy.
Samus!
Samus is kind of melancholy and brooding. She's pretty amazing at keeping composed under stress, but you know it's a constant whirlwind under the hood. I think she's a Scorpio.
Dark Samus!
Dark Samus seems like an unbound Sagittarius who's just gonna do whatever it takes to survive.
Yoshi!
Yoshi's a Libra. He would basically give his life for anything. I think these are deeply codependent creatures.
Kirby!
Kirby's all about comfort. He's generally super soft and caring, but if you piss him off, it's game over. He's a Cancer for sure.
Fox!
Fox is sort of a Han Solo type. I think he gets dragged into things against his better judgment because he cares about justice. I'm gonna go with Aquarius.
Pikachu!
Pikachu seems like a Gemini to me. He's super playful, smart, and loyal, but has an unpredictable streak too.
Luigi!
Luigi is perpetually overlooked and underestimated, but everyone knows he has a heart of gold. He just desperately needs to be told what to do. He's a Pisces.
Ness!
Not that much is known about Ness, but he does seem to enjoy taking care of people and has like a nice big brother energy, so let's call him a Virgo.
Captain Falcon!
Captain Falcon is obviously a big meme and a lot of his mannerisms are super exaggerated, but he also lives a life of solitude. He likes to keep it a mystery. He's a fiery guy that does his own thing, and I think that's a sad.
Jigglypuff!
You will pay attention to her or you will get steamrolled. That's Leo, baby.
Peach!
Definitely a Libra. She's a style icon, a big-time charmer, and knows how to get what she wants.
Daisy!
Who's loud, proud, a one-person party that never stops, and the perfect partner in crime to a Libra? Daisy's an Aries.
Bowser!
I get that everyone's first instinct for Bowser is probably a fire sign, but hear me out. I'm convinced he's a Cancer. He's got a grumpy exterior, but he's just so deep in his feelings, and at the end of the day, he's just trying to pick up his kids from school on time.
Ice Climbers!
As far as I know, there's no Ice Climber lore aside from climb to the top by any means or die. Also, there's 2 of them, so Gemini.
Zelda!
Zelda's curious, strategic, and direct. She's a true self-starter. Like any good Virgo, she wields great power and knows how to use it responsibly.
Sheik!
For obvious reasons, Sheik's a Virgo too.
Dr. Mario!
Is Dr. Mario the same man as regular Mario? For some reason, I'm a lot more threatened by him. He's probably still the same sign.
Pichu!
Pichu basically manages to survive off people's pity, but is also low-key destructive when it needs to be. Also can't take one step without hurting itself, which is very Cancer.
Falco!
For sure, Leo. Falco's a big-time cocky showboat type and also perfectly complementary to Fox's Aquarius.
Marth!
Okay, full disclosure, I've never played a Fire Emblem game, so I sort of just googled all these characters and skimmed their wiki articles. From what I can tell, Marth is pretty prim and proper. He's kind of an idealist. He does have this sense of sadness to him though, and I think he needs a lot of reassuring. I'm going with Cancer.
Lucina!
Get this, Lucina was canonically born on 420. She does seem a little low-key for an Aries, but she's like right on the cusp of Taurus, which makes sense to me.
Young Link!
I think Link being an Aries is pretty much a universal constant. This kid is just so extra.
Ganondorf!
Usually Ganon is just like this generic evil wizard, only with huge muscles, but I think at his core, he really just wants a lot of space to man-spread his big shredded wings. He's a Sagittarius who just wants to unleash that inner beast.
Mewtwo!
I'm mostly going off that one movie where he's like deeply philosophical, but kind of in the way newborn babies are, which to me sounds like a Pisces.
Roy!
Roy's competent, thoughtful, and avoids conflict when he can. He doesn't really care about social standing, he's pretty awkward in his personal relationships, but he's also very down to earth. Sounds like a Taurus.
Chrom!
Chrom's canon birthday is May 27th, so he's a Gemini. I originally had him pinned as an Earth sign. He's very firm in his principles and tends to overwork himself, but I can buy him as a Gemini because he's got this constant restlessness thing going on.
Mr. Game & Watch!
Blank slate, impossible to read, who the hell knows. Total enigma. Could be anyone at any moment.
Meta Knight!
Meta Knight's totally an Aquarius. He's the perfect blend of mystery and theatrics. This is a dude who stands on cliffs with his cape billowing in the wind and coolly watches over us like the marching ants we all are.
Hit!
Dumb with a heart of gold, trusting to a fault, and would happily follow Palutena's every word if it kills him. Pitt's a hopeless Libra.
Dark Pit!
If Pitt's a Libra, which is the cardinal air sign, then I like the idea of Dark Pit being a Capricorn because it's the cardinal earth sign. 2 sides of the same coin, right?
Zero Suit Samus.
We already established this.
Wario.
This dude lives for controversy and clout. He's always scheming, has a little diary where he records all the drama of the day. He's just a nasty little Gemini troll man.
Snake.
Snake's a big Scorpio. He buries his emotions deep, but still believes love can bloom on the battlefield.
Ike.
Ike's blunt but passionate, practical but sometimes naive. He seems like a down-to-earth Sagittarius.
Pokemon Trainer.
Squirtle's a Cancer. It's got a shell and it throws water. What more do you want from me? Ivysaur's just a chill little Taurus who knows how to stand his ground, but he has a lot of love stored in that big bowl. Charizard's like brash and aggressive, but also very loyal. I'm thinking Aries.
Diddy Kong.
Diddy's also an Aries. He's scrappy, boisterous, and energetic. He hates being ignored, and he's super eager to impress.
Lucas.
Lucas has some kind of survivor's guilt or something, so he's pretty sensitive. I feel like he's a Pisces softie.
Sonic.
Big time extrovert. Sonic radiates cool and knows how to keep up appearances. Also, apparently he was based on Bill Clinton, and he's a Leo, so...
King DDD.
DDD loves to be the guy in charge, and although he isn't always great at it, he's mostly harmless unless he's being possessed or manipulated somehow. He actually really respects Kirby and probably just wants some appreciation for his efforts. Sounds like another Leo.
Olimar.
He's got a methodical way of working things out, very curious and analytical. I'm going with Virgo.
Oh.
Look at this man's face and tell me he isn't a Pisces.
Lucario.
Lucario's kind of a tough egg to crack, but I'm feeling the guarded dedication of a Capricorn.
Robot.
Rob kind of takes a minute to let loose. He needs time to recharge, but when he does, he's a blast. And just look at those doe eyes. That's a Cancer.
Toon Link.
I stand by the rule. Still an Aries.
Wolf.
You can tell Wolf really wants to be seen as a cold, hard badass, but he's just so transparently petty and vengeful. This is a man who can hold a grudge like a Scorpio.
Villager.
Villager only understands one thing, and it's the grind. Capricorn.
Mega Man.
Adaptability is the name of the game, so I'm saying Libra. He's an enthusiastic boy.
We Fit Trainer.
Very granola, motivational to a sickening degree. Just wants you to do your best, but they're so extra about it. They're Virgos.
Rosalina.
Rosalina's got this incredible strength and resilience, but there's a deep melancholy on the inside. She's a super dedicated mother figure to the Lumas. I think she's a Cancer.
And Luma.
Luma's a Leo. It's just so desperate to get itself out in front of Mama Rosie. Absolutely has to be the martyr.
Little Mac.
Mac's a tough guy with a one-track mind. He's totally dedicated to getting that gold. He's a Cap.
Greninja.
Greninja projects grace and composure, but I think it still has that passion burning inside. So let's go with Scorpio.
Palutena.
Palutena's super wise and knowledgeable, definitely a good conversationalist, and loves witty banter. She feels like a Gemini to me.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's a great navigator. He obviously loves to eat and apparently gets confused in social situations. I guess that checks out. Let's go with Taurus.
Robin.
Robin's an Aquarius. They're quirky and innovative and good at outside-the-box thinking. They're very empathetic and good at reading people.
Shulk.
Shulk's an Aquarius too. He's witty and hardworking, loves doing research, but could be pessimistic because he just feels like he knows too much sometimes.
Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr. wants to impress his old dad so much. He craves acceptance, he's totally passive-aggressive and loves to be spoiled, but he has an artsy side too. This is a Libra.
Larry.
Larry's an Aries, just a hyper little dude who loves competition.
Morton.
It's Morton's way or the highway. He's a hard-headed Taurus who can throw a hell of a tantrum.
Wendy.
Wendy enjoys the finer things and loves to micromanage. I'm feeling Virgo.
Iggy.
Iggy's totally in his own world and loves to act weird just to mess with people. I think he's one of those wacky Pisces kids.
Roy.
Roy wants to seem like he has it so together. He's like, oh, I'm a male feminist, but at his core, he's just seething rage. He's a Scorpio who doesn't understand his own emotions.
Lemmy.
Lemmy's a Leo. This guy just wants to make you laugh.
Ludwig.
I'm a tortured artist and no one gets me. I'm just too smart to relate to other people.
He's an Aquarius.
Duck Hunt.
This pairing is all about pretending to be friends with someone you hate for the win. Gotta be a Gemini.
Ryu.
Ryu's a competitive but disciplined Taurus who loves to fight but is good-natured about it.
Ken.
Ken's canon birthday is Valentine's Day, which makes him an Aquarius. Personally, not what I would have guessed. I'd want to say he's some kind of fire sign, but you can't win them all.
Cloud.
I think there's some kind of promo material out there somewhere that says Cloud's a Leo, but it seems dubious to me, so I'm ignoring it. I say he's a Capricorn. He's pretty somber with a dry sense of humor and will always dedicate himself to a task completely.
Corrin.
Corrin is a super social, scatterbrained mess who loves animals and sleeping in, is way too trusting, and apologizes constantly. If that's not a Libra, I don't know what is.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta's extremely confident, so fashionable and stylish, and can kill you with a look, but decks herself out in weapons just to drive the point home. Total Scorpio.
Inkling.
These little guys are easygoing, unconcerned with the details, and just living for fun. Doing it for the gram, baby. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Ridley.
Ridley's like the type of Aquarius where the whole time you're talking to them, they're just analyzing you, looking for weaknesses to exploit later.
Simon.
Simon's a Leo. He's pretty brash and aggressive, but sort of in a vain way. Also that hair.
Richter.
Richter's just an unstoppable hothead, brute forces his way through life like a true Sag.
King K. Rool.
K. Rool's also a Sagittarius. He rules through pure force of will and acts on whatever whim he's feeling at the moment.
Isabelle.
She's always stressed but manages to stay on top of shit anyway. This one's a Virgo.
Incineroar.
Leo. I mean, he's just a cat that's on fire and likes to show off. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
Piranha Plant.
He's just rooted to his spot and mostly minds his business until you step into his territory. We've got ourselves a Taurus.
Joker.
Libra. This guy leads a double life, is free-spirited and rebellious, takes his time making decisions but sticks to them once he does, and he's great at influencing people. Okay, look, I never thought twice about Dragon Quest until this guy got revealed, and he's like 8 characters in one that I know nothing about, so let's just call this one viewer's choice. Leave a comment saying what you think the heroes are. Banjo's sort of a reluctant hero, but he's really polite and mild-mannered. He's a little slow on the draw but tries to be clever and usually just comes across as a doofus, but it's endearing. He's a Pisces. Kazooie's just a no-filter loudmouth with a zero-tolerance policy for tomfoolery. She's constantly trying to start shit like a classic Sag.
Wait a minute. Is this thing still going on?
Joke Luke.
Baby! Yeah!